I wasn't gonna say nothing about this, but I got to. 400 years of slavery. I'm not trying to throw shade on any of the creators that uses this phrase, but I have to break this down once and for all on what it really means because people are extremely confused about this. But first, you have to go to my YouTube and watch this video to have a full understanding on what I'm about to say. All my platforms is to the side over here. I'm gonna keep it simple. After the underworld was created, there's a reset of every planet, including Earth, approximately every 100 years. So as I explained before, we are in the fourth world. Every world is a different reality. This is where the 400 years of slavery comes from. Hence, the every 100 years there's a reset. You see, the first world right here, when the humans was created, along with the angels, was ruled by Neptune. Then the second world was ruled by Neptune also, which is the second generation, and when the angels started to mate with the human women. So as I said, Neptune ruled these first two worlds. You may know Neptune as Adam, Enki, Ea, Apsu, Amon, David, Apostle Paul, or Yahweh. These two worlds, there was still a clear distinction between the image of man and the image of a dragon. The angels were still able to cross into heaven and back into the underworld. But the original humans, even though they were still the first generation, they wasn't able to cross over because they was created by the blood. They did not have the consent of the angels yet. Meaning these two humans wasn't really a god race yet, but they are still above the dragons and the serpents. There is no mixed genetics into the third world. This is when Saturn came into power and the war in heaven started. You may know Saturn as Set and Satan, Apostle John, or Solomon. He went on a rampage of mixing with the image of man, creating gods to go against Neptune. This is why we were all blocked off from the universe and placed into a black hole, because there was too much power mixed in with negative energy, which could destroy the whole universe. So we are now in the fourth world, and it is still ruled by Saturn. We can clearly see there's countless different species of mankind inside these human vessels. As I mentioned before, the 7 reptile planets is the 7 princes of hell, 7 continents, 7 main races, and of course, sub-races with the animals that we can't see. But most of us are all inside human vessels. So the next reset is scheduled between 25. Everyone with this original DNA will make it to heaven because we are prisoners of war. We've been held captive here this whole time, since the beginning, 400 years ago. And like I said, it splits off into another bloodline because of the war in heaven with Saturn, because he started mixing the genetics. When you hear about Solomon Temple, this is what they mean back in the third world when he started creating more. And the Israelites is the second temple of Solomon, Saturn, Satan. He was able to do this because technically he's a part of mankind too, because he's half man and half dragon, the first reptilian. So the second temple started just before the last reset, before World War I. It literally means a war of different worlds, the 7 planets, the 7 different realities. We are still in because we never won. And the third temple they talking about they building is here, the transhuman to the underworld. I mean, it literally clearly says it right here. Read all of this. All the answers right in your face if you want to accept the truth. So technically, everyone is supposed to worship the first temple, which is the original humans and angels that were fallen into the new generations, the new worlds, the new realities. As I mentioned before, it's specifically the quote-unquote black people in the Americas, and then the black people all around the world. We are the real church. We are the real temples. But they brainwash everyone to destroy the temple, but worship a brick and mortar building that drains everyone's energy as soon as you step inside of it. We gotta wake up and accept the things we clearly see. Anyways, y'all know how I keep it. Y'all be gods. Hey.